We are live. Cool. Let me just check in YouTube. Okay, we are live. Hello everyone. Can you hear us and see us? So please let us know in the chat.
I hope I am also
Okay,
audible.
yes. Thanks, Sayed, for confirming. Cool.
I hope I am also yes.
Cool. So now what we can do is, hello Salim. Welcome. Cool. Let me start by introducing. Till then, if some people are going to start like join, they can join. So like if you are first time here, this is Build with Hussain channel, and like we build stuff live. Till now we have like started doing it on Wednesdays with me, and then a guest lecturer or guest who builds with me. So this is a new series we are going to start today, that work hours with Faris Ansari. So I like Faris is here live, um, and he's like principal product engineer in Frappe, and he has built a lot of stuff before. So he worked on Frappe framework, and then he built Gameplan, which he's going to like brief about in a bit. And he also built FrappeUI. Cool. So this new series we'll do on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So 3 days a week. So like do hit subscribe and like click on notify so you're notified whenever we go live. We might play with the timings a bit. For now it's like 2:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And the general agenda is like to build like whatever he works on. So there is no particular agenda. He might work on game plan, he might work on FrappeUI, but all the coding, all the discussions will happen live. And few times I will also jump in. So do if you have any questions, I'm always looking at the chat box, so you can ask them. And off to Faris now. You can introduce.
Okay. So yeah, this was. I mean, this was just an idea that came into my mind, and then I had a short chat with Hussein, and we made it happen within 3 days, I think.
Yeah. So we
So
had a
yeah,
chat last
let's.
weekend, and then like we were okay, let's do this on Monday. So morning we got connected for a few minutes, and then like we set up, and now we are live. So let's see how this goes. If you like find it useful, do let us know in the chat so we can continue this with more power. And okay, I will switch to the scene now that has Faris's screen shared. So yeah, it's visible. So what are we going
Okay.
to do today?
So I was in the middle of upgrading Gameplan to the new design system.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know about FrappeUI, and if you have seen this PR, this big PR, this is where we are. So two things are happening here. One is redesign. So the designs came from Timeless, uh, which is a company which is helping us with the designs and creating a design system. So we have that in a Figma file here. All the components, buttons, inputs, And then and FrappeUI was already being built for the products. So now we have decided to clean up the API and also upgrade the design. Uh, so yeah, this is what I was working on. So I have a site here.
Cool multi-window setup, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, whenever I'm working uh, with building an app, I think I need a bench start window. Then I need a window where I can run commands. Then I need two for specific apps. So in this case, this is for Gameplan,
Mm-hmm.
and this is for the FrappeUI, or I mean, this is a free window of sorts, but usually for FrappeUI.
Cool, cool. Send
So this
this.
setup is
Mm-hmm.
because FrappeUI is already also being built on the side. So this is the setup I have. You were asking something, Hussein?
No, no, I was saying like the free window can be used to git commit, git add, whatnot, right? That too.
Yeah, interestingly, I use VS Codes. Uh, I mean, most of the
Yeah.
time. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's like
sometimes I use it
fast.
for.
Mm-hmm.
So what do I have here?
Can you like brief about Gameplan? Maybe our audience might not know
Yeah,
yet.
let me switch it.
Cool.
So this is a game plan site that I have, which means it has an app named Game Plan installed, and nothing special here because this is the Frappe admin UI. If you have seen Frappe sites, but if I change the URL to /g, this is where it gets interesting. So this does not look good, by the way, because I was in the middle of doing something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is game plan. Let me. Okay, I think the GitHub repo has a better screenshot, but it is dated. I think new versions are updated. Maybe I should update these also. But yeah, game plan is a work communication tool. We at Frappe use it for our internal discussions, and I'm also building task project management and task tracking.
Cool, cool.
And yeah, let me make this. So the development version of the UI runs on port 8080 because it is a separate uh, dev server for on Vite, and the UI is in Vue 3. So yeah, I was trying out these new 100 indicators. That is what uh, these changes are for. So currently it looks like this. 800 indicators are here, but now I was experimenting with
Cool,
putting
cool.
it here because these 100 indicators uh, break the flow of the container and
Yeah.
they don't look centered uh, in some screen sizes. Here, I think it looks fine.
Mm-hmm. So if I recall correctly, like in our current game plan that is deployed for our company, the 100 is basically the bold text, right? There is no dots or something.
No, no, no. There
In
is a
mobile
dot.
view.
Uh,
In mobile view, I haven't seen it. I don't know.
in mobile view, it's not there because of this absolute positioning.
Ah,
That
okay.
is the problem.
So I
So
have been
this,
like
if
mostly
I
using
use,
it on mobile. Yeah.
hmm, so if I use an Android indicator like this, it will look okay on mobile also. Yeah, something like this. But here the problem is it looks like, so if
Primary
you have used
clickable
any
button.
messaging apps,
Mm-hmm.
not a clickable button, but if you are used to messaging apps, these are the number of messages that are 100.
Hmm.
But here it is not that. It is the total number of comments in this thread.
Mm-hmm. So what are you thinking? How are you going to solve it or implement
So
it?
one solution is to only show the number of 100 messages here, but that will mean that total number of comments cannot be shown if a thread has new comments. Or somehow I have to put both the information here. So for now, I'll stick with what we have. Uh, so back to what we had.
Cool.
We also have Gameplan designs. Let me open up that. Figma. These are some of the designs. Yeah, this is done by Timeless. You can check their work out on timeless.co. So all the new product designs that you see are uh, is done by this team. They've done pretty cool projects. Maybe Hussein can share the link in the chat.
Cool. Cool. I'll do.
But yeah, I think to start things off on on an easy note, I think we can start with this. So I'll show you how it looks currently. This is how it looks. This is the team page. In a team, there are projects, and this is the updated design by Timeless. So I'll try to upgrade this section with these designs.
Yeah, I was on mute. So I was asking like, don't you use the desktop Figma app? Usually I use that because it's easier to switch windows and then.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I don't know. It depends on my mood, I think. But it also depends on how much RAM I have in this MacBook. This is a M1 MacBook Air, I think with 8 GB of RAM. Yes.
8 gigabyte is
Sometimes,
still, like nowadays it has become on the lower end, I guess.
yeah, but I think most of the time it runs fine.
Cool, cool.
But yeah, let's see.
Cool.
So this component is, let me find it. This is, I think, projects, team projects. Budget for team projects. Okay, yeah, this is the file. So I think I know why is it called team project. So previously, this app was called Teams. So there is a lot of team uh, naming in variables also and component names. But yeah, that is fine for now. I'm only going to update the UI. So these need to be, you have to unflex this because now it is top and bottom. Okay, now it is there. And this long string of class names is courtesy of Tailwind CSS, which a lot of people hate and a lot of people love.
Like always debate on Twitter, right? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. My personal opinion is they are like very nice because they are not like complex or what do you say, too much control like Bootstrap. There you don't get much control, and they are like you don't have to jump between style sheet and your HTML.
Yeah, and even if you think these are ugly, you can build apps really fast.
Yeah.
I mean that if that is the trade-off, I'm going to take that. Uh,
Yep.
where is space X4? Yes, here it is. I was looking for the class. This is text LG medium. So this should be text LG medium, correct? And the color is 900. So one example, a small example. Here I'm checking what is the font size, uh, font weight, and the color. And we have some, I think these are called
Tokens.
tokens,
Yep.
not in Figma. So this is a
Design tokens.
token combined, yeah, combination of font size and font weight, and the color is separate. So I can apply them, and they read almost the same. So text LG is for the font size. So here we have text LG. And then font medium is for the font weight. So here we have medium. And then text gray 900 is for the color. So we have the 900. So translating styles is also very convenient. All right. I'm missing a margin. And that should be MT 2.5.
Somehow
Power is
during
not
live
working.
streams, yeah. Somehow during live streams, like even the first live streams, my all my VS Code extensions stopped to work, and then I was without autocomplete for like whole 2 hours. So I think something similar. Okay, it was loading.
It
Okay,
gave
now
up.
it's back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here empty 2.5 means magenta of this value and which converts to 10px. And that is what I wanted, 10. This is 4. Oh, let's see. Empty 1 is fine. Here the font size is text base. What is this? Text base regular. This is 600. This is 900. Okay. Okay, the subtext is changed. 8 tasks, 28 discussions. Now Figma has stopped working. Let me see if I can pull that data. This should be in team.py, gpt.py. I need number of discussion and tasks. Okay, for a project. It's there in as dict, not in the list view.
You have to fetch it, right? No.
I'm thinking, should it be fetched in the list query or separately?
Separately, as in?
So let me show this network request. So there is a list query for GP projects. I think no filters. Okay, all the projects are fetched,
Okay.
and in that for each project, these are the values that we fetch, and these are direct field values. So these are fine, but what we need is how many discussions and how many tasks. I think I will skip this decision for now and focus on the design.
Okay, let's get the UI working and then we can.
Padding is 12 pixels. Yes, 3. There is a drop shadow, which is shadow base. What is the rounded corner? 12.
Oh, it's 16. Cool. I think the border.
The border
Yeah. Border is not required.
is like a double border. Can you see the difference? I mean, on the stream.
It's like quality is low on mine. Yeah, now it's visible, I guess.
So I remove the border. Not this one. Okay. This border B is only for mobile view, I think. Okay. See how it looks without the border. Better.
Yeah, better. It's like it looked clunky, kind of.
Looking nice. Just these small changes. What is this? Text gray 500. I think here it is 600. But that.
Better. What is the spacing
I
between
think after
the title and the updated text?
I think that is 4 pixel. Yes, empty one, which is correct according to this.
Cool.
The final height of this box according to this is 104. Here it is 112. I think
Maybe the emoji or the.
that,
I don't know.
let me check. This box is 32 by 32. This is 40 by 40.
40. Yep. That's it, I guess.
So for 32, you have to use 8, I think.
8.
Oh, that is too small. But it is 32 by 32. I think the rounded corner is
8.
different here. It is 8 here, and here it is more than 8, I think. It is 12. So, where is that? This needs to be
MD.
rounded. Okay, rounded is 8 pixels. 4, 8, 10,
LG.
and is
It
10.
was LG.
No, that was the default. So for default, it is just rounded.
Okay. Works.
So now it is better, I think. Now the height is 104, and here the height was 104. Exact.
Pixel perfect.
Yes. Here I think we have 4 cards, but I think that changes based on screen size. This is 1440. This is window.inner width is 1440.
1440, exactly.
Let me try for grid call 4.
Ha. Grid is pretty nice, right? You just change one thing and like
Yes.
auto magically works.
Grid is actually Grid was first implemented in Internet Explorer, if you can believe it.
I don't know. So I never.
But it, yeah, this just a shadow. Box shadow is giving it a perfect border. So I'm double guessing whether is there a border or not, because this looks very border like. What is the border?
You can check the computed. Yeah, computed. No, there is no border.
Okay, no border.
Yep. That's like the border radius, but width is 0. So cool.
Hmm. So this is okay. This is a shadow. Looks nice, I think.
Yeah, looks nice.
Is there a
Pulse.
previous comparison? This, anyways, looks ugly.
Much clean.
Yeah, later I can update this with the actual
Yeah, it will
numbers,
look
but this
even
is
better
also
because I think the bold text plus the light text in the design makes it pop up somehow. The sub headline.
should we try to get that in also?
Yeah, let's do that. Because
Okay.
anyhow. Okay, we are back. So we were like
Okay. I was
down for a
disconnected.
few minutes.
Is it my network
Faris, I can't
connection
hear you.
or hello? Hello.
Everything looks good, but
Can you hear me?
say something.
Hello.
Yep, now it's audible.
Is it okay on the stream?
Harsh, can you confirm if you are still there, or Salim? Yep, cool. They can hear us both. Fine. Let's continue.
So yeah, I was saying there are two ways. I think we'll first go with try one way and then see. So I will try to fetch the numbers in this query itself. Okay, I can't hear Hussein again. Am I disconnected again?
No. I
Okay, sorry.
keep myself on mute as long as possible and then speak. So yeah, let's do like fetch it in one query, and then if it's not, then we can do another query and join the results maybe.
That means adding more clauses to this query. Let me first print it out.
project. Okay, it's a nested query, I guess.
One thing that we can do. Okay. This is project. What is project? Okay. We already have fields. Problem solved. I knew
Let's
that.
fetch them.
I thought I had something like this.
Okay, so
Yes, I
then.
think I got this from Discourse. I was dissecting how Discourse works, looking at the field. So they store a lot of things in database. Uh, so that, so I think Gameplan is a read-heavy app. So there will be a lot of reads, select queries. So if you can store as much data as possible, that will be better for performance. So I just have to add, and I also hope that computation works. Let me see, GP project. Those are tasks count and discussions count. With that, we should get that data.
Copilot is trying to help.
Okay, members, I don't want members.
I don't think there is a field called members.
Okay, we got something. Yep,
Cool.
works.
So it was easier than we thought. So no additional querying, right? Just some fields.
The additional work was done by previous Faris. Okay.
Cool.
Now I have to wrap this in span
Yeah, so you can style them
separately. This was, so I can remove this color from here and put here and here.
much better.
Done.
Done.
But we can hide
Zero
these
tasks.
zero. Yeah, we can hide those.
Yeah, let's hide them.
This.
Cool, let's see if
So I
we have
still have
something
to
in the
wrap
chat.
this.
So what if both are
Right.
zero?
This is all. Yeah. I mean,
Because
before
then
that, I was going to make a comment, but okay.
because like what I see is usually empty one, right? The empty one, MT1, so margin top one. So whenever there is nothing, the margin is
Okay.
still there, right?
No, I think even if the both are zero, we should show something created. Maybe you can show created on, because as soon as you create a project, you will do something in it. You will either create a task, you will start a discussion.
Hmm.
But also this becomes complicated when more things get added. For example, I've added pages. So we have pages in projects, but we are only showing the count of discussions and tasks. But for now, we don't have to worry about that. I think
Cool.
this looks cool and also useful.
Yeah, it's useful, so I can like jump on the
One more thing
team.
I like to do is one task is not correct.
Yeah,
So let's
plural.
add more code to handle that. So if this is one, wait, I don't want to do this.
No, the other span.
This one,
Yeah,
this one,
this one.
okay.
Yeah.
Tasks count is one.
So if I remember correctly, so in Frappe Cloud, like Frappe Cloud is similar dashboard to this one. We had some pluralify or plural global function that handled it, I guess. That, like, it didn't
Yeah.
handle all the cases, but yeah.
No, I think it had three. It was a function, I think,
Yeah, yeah. So it took like the singular form, plural form, and
a
the number.
number,
Mm,
correct, something
yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
I was
So it was
trying whether I was check. Yeah, I was experimenting whether writing directly is it. I mean, the we are not saving
any,
characters,
yeah.
so I just thought, why is it? Why is this error?
So I don't know what happened.
This is fine. This is not just
No,
a
it's fine.
function.
Maybe the extension was lagging
VS
behind.
Code.
Yeah. So someone like commented, Rahul Jha commented like regarding VS Code extensions misbehaving. Everything which will go wrong, which can go wrong, will go wrong. Murphy's law. So that applies
Yeah.
during live streams, I guess. Live streams, conference demos, whatnot.
So now we have another problem. We lost the space between one and task.
So that's why
So this is
like
also very interesting. Yeah.
huh. That's why like a pluralized function makes sense. I don't know, but like again,
But that will not handle
add a
this scenario.
space.
I mean, here we are. I don't think the space will. So
Yeah,
sometimes I
two
think
separate spans.
so there are some HTML tags where space is considered a character. I think it is a pre tag. But in almost all other HTML tags, it is space insensitive. So let me try it this way. No, it doesn't work. Other thing that we can try is NBSP.
Like,
No, it is a data space.
yeah.
Okay, its space got added here
Okay,
and here.
still a lot of space. Okay, NBSP maybe it enables the spaces around it.
It does that, yes.
That's why. Hmm.
So now this is rendered in this way. So, but
Let's
my
copy
pretty
the
HTML is ruined.
prettier is like trying to fix it somehow.
So this should be the acceptable solution because this the space, there shouldn't be any space between the closing uh, character and the content of the HTML tag. But yeah, this looks fine.
Cool. We can do the same for discussions.
Let me try to create a new project. If I go back, okay, this is the edge case.
We were talking about, yeah. No, what can we show as a good empty state text? No activity.
Creation time, I think.
Maybe. Yeah.
Creation time.
Creation time is. Uh, I don't know. Yeah, makes sense.
Let me see how it looks. Create it. No, from now. This will show up.
Nice one. So, what I was thinking is basically task count and this equal to 0. Yeah, this is a cool
This
solution.
also works.
Mathematics,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, this is cool because okay, learned a new thing, new trick up the sleeve. Next time, yeah, it can save like and an or. Cool.
Yeah, when numbers are involved, you can be a little smarter. The color is not set properly here. Maybe I can convert this into a span and then set color like this. But it is breaking the flow. How is it? This is not.
Ago is already added. Why?
So if you pass true here, it will not add
Oh, okay.
that. Maybe this is not needed. Um, is this fine?
Looks odd, like a small letter at the start, maybe.
Previously, I think we had more space because only 3 cards were shown. I think this works.
Yeah, works for now. I guess a few seconds ago is fine. What could be done?
We have to do this same treatment with this.
So one interesting thing is like a few seconds ago is like the only one, I guess. After that, like it adds minutes or weeks, right? 2 week ago, 2 day
Yes,
ago,
but
some kind of thing.
so you will see that only if you create a new project and don't do anything inside it. And that is very unlikely.
Yeah, why optimize for like very rare cases? So I think we are done with the cards.
Just also do this handling here. Discussions out. Discussions. So if we have one discussion here,
Let's do something. Cool.
so we have one discussion. I hope this updates. No? Okay.
Not real time. So I have also faced this. So real time doesn't work like that well in local.
No, it works.
For
There
me,
was
it
a
doesn't.
bug.
Yeah.
No, there was a bug, and there is a breaking change in Frappe framework, which is why it didn't work. I'll show you why it didn't work. So if I go to this resource, okay, where is that change? Okay, that change is not updated in this version. This. So there's a breaking change in framework. Previously, if you listen to list update event, it would just work without any authentication. Now you have to subscribe to the doc type first,
Ha.
and then you can listen to it.
Cool. So it's more standard, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it used to publish data that was not required, so this is better. But it ended up in a breaking change. But this is fine.
Yeah, works.
But this change is not pulled in this branch. Let me do a git pull. Things might break. Or
You can cherry
let me
pick,
try
but
it.
that doesn't. Yeah, rebase.
Let me see
Rebase
if
will
I can
work.
cherry pick. Yeah, it breaks on the first PR.
Yeah, because like
I will abort this.
lot of changes.
Yeah, lots of changes.
Cherry pick might work
Which
because then only the files that.
so that also tells me that we shouldn't diverge too much, which is why I was upgrading Gameplan so that we can merge it in the main branch as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I think this cherry pick should work. Let me try this.
Worked.
I've got on doc. So I wrapped it in a function. Previously, this was written directly. Even this API I don't like, but for now it should work.
Yeah, someone was
So here
asking like
you,
socket last time I was like live in episode 1. At that time, like in my local, it didn't work. So.
so this was the reason you have to subscribe first.
Cool. Let's proceed. We have 3 people watching right now. So we were like started at 10 and then 6 and then 3 now. Works, I guess, because.
That is fine.
Yep. Like just today, first session, and like literally 2 or less than 2 hours ago we posted, right? That we have decided to do this thing. And cool. Hi Akhtar Mohammed. Good to see you. Or like have you on the chat, yeah.
So I guess we are done with the screen. Looks nice.
Yep. Let's commit. So how often do you commit? Because I like committing as often as possible.
I wouldn't commit this. My
Why?
PRs are usually very large. Because I mean, if right now I mean, all of this is what they say can change. So as I build more and more features and features take their form, they become more permanent. When we get to that stage, then I try to make small commits. But at this stage, I mean, anything can change. So I don't worry about commits.
Cool. What's next?
So
Let's
here, I think
header.
on this screen, on this screen, I want to fix the things that I don't like. Header is one thing, but let me see if there is a good header design. So we are basically following this design, but I have another idea in my mind for the header. So
Yeah,
maybe
but the one we were discussing, right? The breadcrumb one.
yes, breadcrumbs. But here I will fix this. The border radius is too much. So that, okay, this is that component. This is a button group. So what we can do is we can switch to FrappeUI now and make a button group.
Let's do that. And then we can come back and like use it here.
Yes. So I have also opened FrappeUI here. And we don't have a button group component, I think. So we'll create one. And for this, I will probably start Storybook. So here, what is the command?
Yarn
Okay.
storybook, I guess.
Storybook.
Yep.
Not sure if it will run properly here because this is a workspace, Yarn workspace setup. Looks like it works. So I will also start button group.stories.ts.
Yeah, for the audience, like we are moving from JavaScript to TypeScript for FrappeUI.
Yes. Let me see if there is a minimal template. This is a minimal template. I'm not sure if the audience know about Storybook. It is a project where you can build components, UI components in isolation.
Yep, so it started with React and then now they support Vue and React Native and others.
Do they support React Native also?
Yep. So last time I checked, I was like building this. So this approach is called component driven development, and like Storybook just makes it easy to do that. Yeah, Salim says we now know. So, yep, that's the benefit of building live, right?
So
Cool.
what we are doing is we are upgrading each component one by one in FrappeUI and also writing stories for it so that you can play with them. So basically, when we are done with this, you will be able to explore this storybook on FrappeUI.com. So here, this is an example of the avatar component, and these are all the props which can change its appearance. And this is button with all the states it can be in. So let's start button group. I'm not sure how easy or difficult this is going to be, but yeah, let's try. Okay, these are button groups.
So there are three types of, what do you say?
I think these are the variants and these are sizes. So two size and three variants. Yep.
Okay.
Styles, four styles and
Okay.
okay.
So two themes and three, not three.
You also have a
Yeah, three
type.
styles. Hmm.
Let me try it. Mm, okay, I was already playing with it.
Cool.
So this is okay, grouped, and this is segmented. Let's outline, ghost, solid. This is weird. I think this is
Yeah, some Figma variants issue.
I think this should be the reverse of it. If this is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
active, so all of these are toggled, I think.
Uh,
Okay.
cool.
If I uncheck the toggle and
Yeah, this is the one.
but if I change it, this is settable, this is outline.
Then again, we have to toggle one of the. Yeah.
So outline and solid. Okay. So Shutter and solid are basically the same.
Hmm. Then why like different states?
Okay, so when I toggle it, these also change. So I think it is somehow configured in Figma. So I'll make this version first because this is what we need.
Hmm. Segmented.
Yes.
Yep. An icon only. So there is an icon only checkbox, I guess, in each of the button. So I guess we can use button components inside. Um,
Yeah, we should be able to.
yeah, because these are button components. So
this is a gray 100 background with how much is the rounded? Rounded 8 and padding is 2, which is 0.5. Yes. So we'll have to accept buttons by slots, probably.
Makes sense. Because we don't know how many buttons are there, like, gonna be.
But then we'll have to figure out how to set the button as active. And we don't have control over slot components. How do other how do they do it?
So it's like scroll down, scroll down.
This one.
Yep.
This is a different kind of button group. But I think this is more of a button group than the one that we had.
Yeah, so it's grouping button, but that one is kind of like tabs. So toggling between, I don't know. Yeah, a toggle.
We should call them tabs.
Yeah. So tabs is a separate component. If you check out the Figma designs, they're like two components. Tabs is, even I was like, first time I went about reviewing it was little ambiguous. Tabs and button groups. So tabs is that thing.
I think these are tabs more than button groups. So we should maybe call them tabs.
Yeah, makes sense, because then the text based one can be one of the variants or something.
If you're building tabs, then that is a whole another. We should also think about accessibility, keyboard interaction. But yeah, we can add them later.
So a headless UI has tabs, I guess, right? We can start from there.
Does it?
I don't know if yeah, it has tabs, 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 tabs.
Oh yes.
Yep. And they have like similar one to us, so maybe we should copy the code and then start from there. Like too much code, but then we will also have more control, because then we'll ask them to basically tabs as option and we render the button, because then makes sense.
So we will try this. These are not. This is required.
Let me make ourselves smaller in the screen. Better.
1.5. What is the latest version of this?
1.7
1.7.
is the React one. Like you might have to check the Vue ka. Vue is also 1.7.13. Like it was there in the table beneath in the README. Yep, check the npm. Yeah, I think minor version might not break things, so let's update maybe.
I will try with this version first. So we have to control tab balance also.
Yeah, this whole thing will abstract out in the tabs component, and like the user, like thinking about the API, they just need to parse the tabs. What do you say? A list, an array, like we had previously, I guess.
But here I'm actually, I think, only doing a client side filter. I go to theme projects.
Yeah, based on the active tab, you are doing some stuff.
This is different than, I mean, these are actual tabs, and this is just a simulated tab. Okay, this is getting complicated.
So how do you decide?
Let's give it a try. First, I don't want to call this button group. But what I also don't want to do is, if I create a tab component in FrappeUI, it should be very flexible because tabs can be shown in a lot of different ways. So I don't want to restrict it to just two buttons in a container.
So what we can do is like because there are some kind of toggle, right? If I recall correctly, let me just check. Tailwind UI, they had like this. They called it. What did they call it? It was toggle group or something. But no, set of toggles. So if you search for toggle, yeah, toggles, search for them. And if you scroll down, no, not this. So radio or toggle. Let me just check. I don't recall.
Radio group.
Not radio group. It was something else. Yeah, check the one below, the RAM.
This one.
Yep. They call it the radio group because one of them can be selected.
So radio group also comes from headless UI. Okay.
Yep. This makes more sense. Like because we don't want tabs and we don't want button groups. So, yep, we can call them this. But again, if you think about customizations, you might want like radio group to be more flexible. I don't know. So how should we go about?
So let me try it with tabs first.
Cool.
And later we can think of the name. Tab in tabs. Not an array of strings, or they can be. That's it. I think this is all you need to describe it. Props. Can set with default, but we don't need defaults.
Tab dot label maybe.
I'm trying out a list
Okay.
of strings.
Cool.
We don't need anything else, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Tab panels.
So panels are basically. I don't think we need panels.
Yeah.
Panels can be the slot. Can be a slot because user can then, yeah. If you bring back the code, maybe they were doing something dynamically. I don't know.
No.
No. So how do
This
they?
is just. So they are just repeating. I mean, this is rendered one tab panel for each tab. So all of that is rendered.
Oh, okay, okay. So this is not nothing like tab panel as V for something. Fine.
But even this will be tricky
Yeah, slot won't work here.
because
V for because we are inside a V for.
so what we need to do. So now this, I think whatever pass will be rendered 2 times.
So I have this idea. So basically, if you have used router link, right, it gives us some is active and like slots that we can slots or what are they called? Yeah, slots, which we can use to basically style our stuff. So maybe we can have like active tab or something that is exposed out of this component, and the parent can basically decide to um, yeah, so single tab panel, but then the parent can, yeah.
So I think we can name the slot and then we can pass data about the active tab.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so
that makes sense.
selected.
Select is
Why is it
already like
just
V
possible?
slot. Yeah. So we just have to mirror it up.
Here we need to get that selected is not available here. So let me check. I need selected in tab panel. Okay, start prop we get selected.
Yeah, we just pass it. Yeah.
Now I can pass selected here. Now let me try this. Okay, button. I hope we are live.
Yeah, we are live. So we are like approximately 4 o'clock, and let's continue like until you want to, basically. So we can get the tabs working, and
Here
then
I'm
maybe we
passing.
can. Yep.
Uh, until and archive. And now we will get yes. It understands our API. This is the API that we get. Where is storable? We got something. Instead of this button, I will render our button.
Oh yeah, I was on mute. I don't know how I went. Like, I might have forgot to bring it back. Yeah, I was saying. Rahul said live and lively. So, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is enjoying the stream.
Yep. As long as like people are enjoying, yeah, fine too. Because we are also getting work done. This is not just streaming for the sake of streaming, right? We are also getting work done, and since we are streaming, this will be recorded and like it will be useful for anyone like watching. for enjoyment, for learning purposes, for anything. Cool. Thanks, by the way, Rahul, for letting me know I'm on mute. Button is not there. Huh.
Now we got our buttons.
Yeah. We
And
have to
why
fix
is
the
it
background.
so rounded?
We have to fix the container ka styling.
Just going to remove all the classes that I don't know why they are there. This should be, I think, rounded. This shouldn't be 0.5 space x1, I think.
Cool.
Okay, it's gone.
Some
BG gray 100.
works. Like now, maybe check the styles in Figma. How do they?
The active button has to look like an active button.
Selected.
So not a class.
Theme. Oh, no. I think
Variant.
variant. Yeah.
If this is selected, not this.
What?
Theme gray solid looks like this.
Subtle is the
Variant
default.
solid.
So, okay. Gray solid.
Gray is also the default. I think. If it is selected, it should be solid. Okay, this is not
Yeah.
the correct API.
Yep. Much better.
All
Now, yeah.
right.
It's working. Already looks
I think this,
good.
yeah. I think keyboard also works,
Awesome.
courtesy of headless UI.
Awesome.
What else do we need? Space is 4, okay.
So it's 4 after some padding in the text. So padding in the text. Sorry,
No,
that
that
had
is
to
the
be like,
button.
yeah, that is the button. Yeah, missed it. Cool. So now we just need the spacing.
Let me check what is the, okay, this is the box.
That's the whole box, and the button list is the other box.
Yes. These ones are not required.
Yep.
And I think this div is also not required.
Cool.
But this only works in one variant. Let me try if it can be used here. Archived. Okay. Okay, so I called it tab buttons in Gameplan.
Yeah, they are
which
like
is
combination of buttons and tabs. I don't know.
and and I can just use that component anywhere. I don't have to think about where the tab is going to be rendered.
Yeah, it's more flexible. So this is what I was thinking like a few moments ago, that if we have to pass the slot, then we have to like position it in that way. Then we lose control, I guess.
So now, if I have to use it here, somehow I have to render this, and then this, and also this here.
Maybe it is forcing us to do a better arrangement of controls. I don't know. Because somehow the tab controls the list, right? So in the current API, they are linked.
There should be a way uh, to make the component such that you can render the button separately and this.
So then, like,
But
V
yeah, I
model
mean,
is the way to go.
the no, that is not the problem. I mean, somehow all of these should render inside the tab group. So what we have to make sure is there's a overall tab group component above, and then there is a tab list somewhere, and then there is a new project button here, which is not rendered inside the tab list or the tab panels, but it is there somewhere, and the tab panels are rendered. This, I mean, one way is to use this separately. You can't use a component.
Yeah, then we also have to
So
like export two components and then let the user uh, use them however he pleases.
or we can directly use headless UI in a game plan. No need to rely on FrappeUI. We can do that. Not here. But yeah, it will make the markup a little bulky.
Yeah,
And
this
these are
view
not
also.
even separate panels. That is another problem. Is a tab to tab list.
I think
It has to
whoever
be
like
there.
was remaining might have gone. Let me check how many views we have. because we like went from we are implementing stuff and then decisions. Okay. Work hours. 2 people are still there.
We lost only 33%.
Yeah, if you like, we retained 67%. Glass half full. Yeah, yes.
Okay, this should
Like,
work.
from this we'll come back and view. I think YouTube is like messing with the numbers because like 3 people replied in the chat. Salim, Rahul, and Harsh. Like, it is showing 2 watching. Yep, it's messing the numbers.
I'm going to just make this work and then we can end it.
Cool, cool. We are like,
Tab
yep, in
group.
20 minutes we'll be like, I think 2 hours. For the first session, it was good, I think. We like almost implemented a screen, and then we now have like work to do.
Okay, we have to do a lot of these.
Works.
We have to create 2 tab panels.
Now because we have like the control,
So maybe radio group is a better component here.
yeah.
I don't like this solution, so I'm going to undo everything.
Yep. Like, work in the way you like usually do.
Oh no, not this. What?
Radio group is a better solution because we are not controlling the panels, right?
Yeah. Even this is just a JS filter.
Yeah, that's why like
These are not 2 different components.
the control, basically we are toggling a state, not
Yes,
tabs or something, right? So radio
not
makes
tabs.
sense. Yep. Let's bring back radio components. Radio group. Maybe bring in from Tailwind UI, the closest one like we had.
I think this is all we need.
Yep.
There is radio group, group label, group option. Okay.
So Adil is asking in the chat, can you tell us about something? Tell us something about Frappe 15. I guess version 15. Any new features being added? So I think everything is already public on GitHub. The new features added, like if you check the develop branch, the PR.
Yeah, and I think there is also a document
Yep.
for breaking changes.
I will just share it in the. So I think Ankush shared it in the group. Few. To do. Yep. Migrating. So on the just the top of my head, I can think of the form builder, the workflow builder. Like both of them worked on by Sharik. We have like more features. Cool. So I'll just check out the PRs. Yeah, login with email link. There's are like small features added and bigger features. There are like ability to run campaigns and medium to web page view, so you can basically just. It is also backported to v14, but yeah. I'll just share this in the chat. You can check out this two links. So the pull request that got merged and the wiki. You're welcome.
This is much better.
Cool. Now we just have to make the add project button primary maybe. What's it in the design?
So here I think just an icon we have to add plus.
Yep. So if you have noticed like a green arrow in the Figma file with Jayaprakash. Jayaprakash is one of like the designers in Timeless.
So here there is another problem.
What?
When we solve one problem, we get two problems for free. So this is the height of this whole component is 32, and all the button heights are 28. So now,
Classic.
I don't know how this is done. Okay, this is 28. The height here is 24. So maybe small button can fix the problem.
Yeah, SM. Yep. Check out
Size
the.
SM, okay.
Yep.
So size SM.
Alignment is what?
This is still 28. Size SM should give us what? Okay.
No, that's the
Okay,
loading
this is
indicator.
loading indicator. Okay.
Yeah.
SM. Okay, it's 7. No, so I think the default size is SM.
Hmm.
So there is a button that is smaller in height than the smallest button. Okay, this is 28. This is 32. Okay, so we did it exactly like the component design,
Hmm.
but there is some cheating here. I think yes, this needs to be fixed.
Maybe leave a comment. Yep. Feedback on designs live.
Yeah, so that is day in a life of web developer following Figma designs. Okay, I think that's it.
Let's add icons now. We can
Okay, yeah, I
to
can add
the.
an icon here. So here the problem is there was an icon. I'll show you
Hmm.
what is the problem. Okay, so the previous API was icon left plus, so that will add a plus icon. But this is a very naive API because it forces you to use feather icons. So now we have more code but more flexible API. So now we can do this. Upsize class. Yep.
Yeah, works. The height issue is still there, but we can get it fixed later.
And it also has to be a black button. Now we have two black buttons. What if this can be outline?
Yeah,
But
looks.
then this also needs to be, wait, this is stutterer, this is outline,
Ghost.
post. No, but we need a white button. This is not a white button. This is a
Ah,
transparent button.
okay.
This can be. So yeah, I mean these are real problems that you face when you use components that were built in isolation.
Hmm.
A little jump happens because border is not added. Can I use ghost here?
No, no difference because the background is like the same color as the settle button.
Yeah, this is not ideal. I think if I use icons like this,
Yeah, then it doesn't. What do you say? Mess with the primary buttons visual hierarchy or something like that. Yeah.
yeah, but this in any case needs to be discussed with the design team.
Cool. Let's wrap it up, I guess. We can
Yeah.
fix it later. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So, if you guys are still here, do let us know if this was useful. Because, anyways, we are going to do this 3 days a week. So, see you tomorrow. And do check out FrappeUI.com and like the GitHub link in the description. I've added Faris's Twitter. I've added FrappeUI Gameplan repo links of GitHub, so you can like easily click and jump there. If you are like new to Frappe, go to FrappeUI.com, FrappeFramework.com. Then you will have like a better start. Faris, do you want to add
Yeah.
something?
No, I think this was fun. I can do more of this.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Cool. Today most of the coding like you did. Maybe we can try a pair programming session later.
Yes.
Cool. Let's get in flow first. So, one thing I want to. So on Wednesday, like the build with Hussain normal series will continue, and like will this week we will have Nikhil Kothari, where we will build an expense tracker application with React, Chakra UI, and like whatever stack he uses. He's also going to build some charts. I don't know. It's like sounds fun. His ideas. So do join in. And thank you for joining, guys. I will end the stream in 5, 4,